Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Rogers Kakasungura YouTube channel. The late Mwai Kibaki once said that leadership is a privilege to better other people's lives. And it's not an opportunity to better your life. So once you are trusted as a leader, it's not an opportunity, it's not a right. Because there are so many people who were qualified to be in that position, but it has become a privilege for you to serve. And you should not be drunk with power and think that is an opportunity to do whatever you want. The President of the Republic of Kenya, that is William Ruto, as I always say, is a very cunning president. Because when you monitor his speeches, the way he speaks, to me, I conclude he speaks for the sake of speaking. Now, towards the Pasaka, he says he's a Christian, and maybe, to my own thinking, pastors called him privately and told him, if Raila proceeds to maandamano, we will not have a successful Pasaka. So, because Ruto is a Christian and believes, says he's a bishop, so he called Baba and told him, Baba, come we talk. They traveled to Narok. They sat down. Ruto spoke just for the sake of speaking, as he always does. When Ruto goes to a meeting or a rally, anaweza akatenga. Anapenda kutenga sana. Yeye ni mtu wa kutenga. Kutenga miradi. Tumeweka pesa fulani. Tumeweka pesa fulani. Wiki ijayo tutamaliza hii. Mwaka huu tutamaliza hii. Monday, hii siku inakuja Jumatatu, tutamaliza hii. So, ni mtu wa kutenga. Wakati, when he called Raila Odinga, pia alitenga. He promised. He told Baba, you are my friend. And there's no need for us to protest. Kamufunika hapo, kamdanganya kidogo. They agreed to call off the demonstrations. Whatever they discussed in Narok, it ended there. The only thing that Ruto came with is bipartisan talks in parliament. Hiyo ndio agenda tu peke yake Ruto alibeba. The rest, it died. Just after leaving Masai Mara where they met, the next thing, he forgot everything as he does. Muliambiwa universal health care ingekuwa effective by the end of last year. It didn't work. Muliambiwa by the end of next week, we shall have finished ABCD. It never comes to pass. Now, the only fear that William Ruto had, the only headache that William Ruto had is protests. Maandamano. Kwa nini? Maandamano paints a negative picture in a country to international communities. Maandamano scares away investors. Maandamano scares away tourists. So this maandamano scared William Ruto so much. And that is why he found a way of talking to Baba to call off the maandamano. But because he's a man who doesn't keep promise, when he speaks today, it ends there. So everything they had planned with Raila Odinga, in that Sunday ended. Nothing came to be implemented. So Baba realized this in advance. Baba realized, okay, from the look of things, it's like ninachezwa mpira, nachezwa karata. So Baba chickened out. He said, you know, Baba, if you were very keen, Baba gave 2 press conferences. The one was on Sunday, which was calling off the maandamano, right? And then another one came to denounce the one for Sunday. So Baba gave 2 pressers. One, to acknowledge the meeting with William Ruto, to acknowledge the discussions they did, to acknowledge they have agreed to end off the maandamano. Baba went, walipeana at night. Then, later on, Baba again, akapeana another presser, now denouncing hii ya Sunday. Akasema, if we are to talk, tuende kama ile tulifanya 2008. And as for us, Parliament will not serve our interests. Now today, Baba's officially announced and said, you know, tomorrow's meeting in Kamukunji, because Baba will be having a meeting tomorrow in Kamukunji. There are things we are going to expect, but I'll do that in my next video. So Baba amesema, I am not going to relent the empty promises as if I'm a child from the Kenya Kwanza government through William Ruto. We cannot agree this, and the following day you go to Rwanda to just say the opposite. We cannot agree this today, then you send Rigathi Gachagua and other dogs to go and speak otherwise. So Baba kasema, maandamano is coming back. I want to say this. Mimi nimekuwa nikisema that Kenya Kwanza lacks the capacity to lead this country. Kenya Kwanza lacks the blessing. Unajua, these guys, when they came to office, they were not handed over. They just came and chased away the people who could have showed them the way. Even in a school, even in an office, when the outgoing manager or director does not hand over documents, the one coming in gets rough in putting things together. That is the mistake that the Kenya Kwanza government did. They didn't sit so that the government be handed over to them. They came, wakafukuza kina Matiang'i, wakafukuza, they began now to, so they started searching from scratch. Unajua, in an institution, there's what we call progressive reports. Progressive reports is, Kaka, if I'm in office and another one is coming, I must hand over the progress of the office. I tell him, once you come, just know this is what we have done. This is what we have planned to do. This is what we had already done. And this is what we are already engaged to do. So that you have a picture of how the office is running. You know, Rigathi is complaining that they found empty coffers, yet they were not handed over waonyeshe mahali pesa iko. You know, these guys, they just came, hawakupewa files za kuonyesha pesa ya kutumia iko hapa, iko hapa, iko hapa, ya maendeleo ndio hii, ngine ndio hii. Wao walikuja and they started spending. They did not understand where pesa ya Kenya inatoka, mahali inawekwa, how yani they were not shown how money is sourced. So they came into government. And Raila said, you will not intimidate me. I am coming back on the roads. So A message from Raila Odinga to Kenya Kwanza government is wanarudi maandamano. Baba ametangaza akasema ningoje, I am on the way coming afresh. And this time round, this one, it will be messier with casualties. Baba has already written to the ICC. I'm going to tell you that in my next video. Baba ameandikia ICC, amewambia Kome should be arrested or probed. Ladies and gentlemen, expect maandamano. After tomorrow's meeting, Kamukunji, expect massive protests in this country. God bless you. See you in the next video. And that's the only message from Baba to William Samoei Ruto. Otherwise, kesho ni Sunday, tukutane Kamukunji. What? Come in large numbers. Wale walimu wamejaribu wa mishahara, wale wafanyakazi wa kaunti wamejaribu wa mishahara, madaktari wamejaribu wa mishahara. Tukutane Kamukunji kesho. God bless you. See you in the next video, ladies and gentlemen.